Welcome back, everybody. It's Robert from Health Synergy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We've just gotten some great snow here, and I thought I'd come out and just, I love being in the snow. I love skiing. I just saw some guys riding these mountain bikes out here, and I thought, man, that makes me happy. And I thought I'd shoot a short video on, happiness. What's it all about? I write and do a lot of videos on what? Stress reduction. But what's on the other side of stress? Why are we trying to reduce our stress? We're trying to reduce it so we can be happier. So I want to share with you just a couple things I found in my life and that I've read about that might serve you well to help make you happier as well. And I even made some notes to make sure I got through all the points. And one of the key points that I kind of found is a lot of people keep thinking happiness comes from when you hit a certain thing, when you hit a certain milestone, when you get a certain item in your life, a certain relationship, then you'll be happy. No. That's called postponing happiness. That's no good. Happiness comes now. The time to be happy is now. You have to generate happiness from within. It's not from the outside. It comes from within. Key point number one. Number two, some people, they're trying to make other people happy, and they aren't really focusing on themselves, and you have to make yourself happy. And you have to focus on self-care versus selfishness and stop trying to make other people happy, because you know what? That's really tough to do and it's going to stress you out. Focus on making yourself happy, and instead of pushing others, pull them and lead by example, right? Lead, teach, and inspire. That's what it's all about. Another key point. Stop thinking happiness comes from the outside. Happiness comes from the inside. You generate happiness. Just think about it, right? Where does happiness really come from? How do you know if you're happy? You know if you're happy by comparing how you feel to the outside world. If you're always comparing yourself to others and the high standards that society puts, you're never going to be happy. But you start thinking about, what is it that makes you happy? Why are you happy now? How do you feel? You think about all the good things in your life. That is what makes you happy. So happiness comes from inside. Choose to be happy now. And one of the other things I kind of could share with you is what I do to kind of bring happiness to myself. I try to be really optimistic. That's number one. I'm looking forward to the future. What is the future going to bring? Positive things, not what the future is going to bring, negative things. That's worrying. You don't want to do that. Think about the positive things that life can bring you. Find the good. Have a positive plan. What is the next year going to bring for you? It's getting close to New Year's, people making all these resolutions. What are the positive things that you want to bring forth in your life? And have positive expectations, right? And how about this idea of gratitude? Being thankful. And that could be thankful for maybe the wonderful snowy day and the beautiful woods that you're in. It could be thankful for the things in your life. It could be thankful for the people in your life. And just taking a look around and saying, wow, I really do have it pretty good. And another thing, be thankful for all the amazing life experiences you've had. Maybe they've been negative. Maybe they've been positive, probably both, but those things have shaped you and made you who you are. Be thankful for that. That's really important. Another thing is forgiveness. And this is, maybe you're carrying a grudge or resentment or some bitterness. Maybe now is the time to go and find these people and forgive them for maybe the things they may have done to you. Sometimes we take a little tiny thought, a grain of sand, and we turn it into this mountain. So can you be thankful and forgive those who have maybe done you wrong? And the other thing is this whole idea of letting it go. We carry this baggage. I've got a backpack on today to carry some equipment, but some of us carry these mountainous backpacks full of stuff and crap from our past, and it just bogs us down. How can you let that stuff go? See, way back, my mom, she developed a bone cancer and she's in the hospital. And what happened was they transferred her to another hospital, and when I went in to see her, they had actually put a pin down her bone, and she only had a few days left to live, and they did this surgery, and I didn't have anything to do, and I started reading her medical notes because they were there. And the doctor came in. I said, hey, I'm just curious. You guys didn't feed my mom for 4 days. Oh, we did. I said, no, you didn't. It's not in your records. No one fed her for 4 days. She's got cancer. She's wasting. Oh, well, you shouldn't be reading those records, they say. It's like, well, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be reading those records, but I did. Fact remains, you didn't feed her. And then I asked, why did she have this surgery? Oh, well, when she gets up and, starts walking around, it's like, no. She's got a few days left. Why did you do this surgery? You see, I've spent a lot of time working with people and doctors, and I didn't have anything to do. My mom's kind of in a coma state right now. I followed this guy around the ward. And for hours, I was asking him, he was a new Canadian. I said, when did you get here? What have you done? Blah, blah, blah. Young guy. Seemed like a really nice man. And over the hours, I kept saying, so why did you do this surgery again? And finally, after a couple hours, he said, well, this old lady's going to die. I need experience, so we did the surgery. Well, how does that make you feel when this guy's experimented on your mother, who's in her last days of life? I was so furious. I was boiling inside. I told my brother this, and I told my sister and my other brother, and I said, I'm going to sue these guys. I'm going to do everything. And my older brother, thank God for older brothers who are older and wiser, he said, Rob, you can't do this. You've got to let this go. You're going to throw everything you have at this. And you know what? This medical system, they got a lot of money. They got big lawyers. They're going to run you dry. And you know what? What's going to happen from it all? Nothing. You might have a bit of peace of mind, but that's it. He said, you've got to let this go. One of the toughest things I've had to do. So I share that experience about that hospital in Toronto in the East End. I wrote it in my book. I tell people about it. That's how I deal with it. I've let it go though. I don't carry resentment or bitterness, or it is what happened. So I ask you, are you carrying anything in your life? Something that it's time to let go? Tying that into this whole idea of forgiveness and that idea of talking to someone and telling them it's okay, you forgive them. Turning that into gratitude for that life experience, because that's going to build you up and make you stronger and build your character. Food for thought. So, boost your happiness, increase your optimism, increase your attitude of gratitude, think about this whole idea of forgiveness, and let go things that you might be carrying. I hope this serves you well on a beautiful snowy day here in the great north of Canada. I'm Robert Ridpath from Health Synergy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.